country, but over Parliament currently. And that's some of the things that we're going to be looking out for today in press release. Do not go anywhere. But my name is Byrom. Biryaho. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Good morning. Brenda, how are you? How have you been?
I've been very fine. How about you, Byron?
I've been okay. I learned some things. I'm learning some things this year.
What are you learning?
One, that first of all, death definitely will come to every man. That's true. Death is coming to every man. But for me, I think it's the realization on how people quickly move on.
My friend.
I mean, and you'll tell us for free. In the New Vision, for example, I'm seeing the top headline.
Can you imagine even
who will replace Olanya?
Can you imagine even the man has not yet been buried?
But we saw that with Montevideo. We see it every single time, but we don't learn.
But Byron, what does this show? That this life is just no balance.
No. There is a lot of balance.
There is no balance.
And the Bible makes it clear that when you focus on the things
of the world,
or when you focus on all these things, and you forget to focus on the things that are unseen, the things that actually matter. There are people who I know, they give their whole they don't give time to their families and whatnot.
Life is vanity.
It actually is vanity. I know you're struggling to get all these things, but when you die, someone will take your stuff, will take your job.
It's like they're waiting for you to die and get up. I'm sure, Byron, someone is waiting for you to get off.
No. They are you vanity. Yes, but the top story. Let's read the things in our papers. In the Daily Monitor today, MPs question Olanya's death. Now, the Acholi parliamentary group yesterday raised the ante in demanding to know what killed Jacob Olanya, as government promised to make public the post-mortem report soon. This comes after the MPs from Acholi said that what's happening every time one of us from the Acholi region or from the north makes it to the top, for some reason they die mysteriously. So they were saying, what's happening? Now, there's a coverage of that on page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of the Daily Monitor. And then there is a question here, but also the Daily Monitor is asking a few interesting questions that we need to consider. And they're asking how government skipped nearer Europe hospitals and opted for America. So there is a pictorial here of how the flights would have managed and whatnot. But read the full story in the Daily Monitor and find out what exactly are the MPs talking about.
And the father of little Olanya says that it was poison.
But he's not a doctor, so let's wait for the postmortem report.
And then here, the top story is really so sad in the New Vision. It is really touching my heart, and this shows that life really is so vanity, and we are really working our days and days to make things meet. But just know that life is vanity. And the question here in the New Vision is who will replace Olanya? And there are names here that are likely to replace Olanya. There is Anita Amongi, there is Abdu Katuntu, Jacob Oboth, Rebecca Kadaga, Fox Odoi, Robina Rakojo, Dennis Obua, Thomas Taewa. So that's the question here. And Museveni calls NRM MPs, election due Friday's full story on page 7. And we all know that before anything is done in the parliament, in the house, they have to have elected the Speaker of Parliament.
Yes, that is very true. And there's a tribute here on page 2 and 3 of Olanya, and they're just saying who was Speaker Olanya away from work. And very, very entertaining guy, caring guy. By the way, he was Anglican. Occasionally I would see him at All Saints. Other times I would see him at Namirembe. But also a few things that we need to figure out is Olanya is the shortest serving speaker ever. Of course, he had spent only 10 months as Speaker of the 11th Parliament. until he died. And he died at the age of 56 years. Very, very young man there. But read the full stories on page 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Daily Monitor.
And here, vocational students number grows by 700% in 10 years. Full story on page 3. 32% of Ugandan youth living in poverty, says report. Most of the youth lost jobs as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, according to a report by Digital Opportunity Trust. Full story on page 3.
Yes, and the ministry here saying that don't congest our offices over passports. That is what the ministry is saying. And the Ministry of Internal Affairs has called upon Ugandans queuing at the passport offices not to panic, but apply for their documents as a convenient date set since issuance of electronic passports will continue even after the April 4th deadline. So they're saying guys who are queuing at the internal affairs offices, they're saying guys, relax, calm down, even because that set a deadline of April 4th. If you don't have your electronic passport by April 4th, then so that's why people have been congesting the offices so that they get their passports ready. So the ministry is saying guys, don't worry about it, even after April 4th you can be able to get your passport. So the ministry is saying tobacco in short.
But why
you're
do
congesting our office.
Why do they do last minute things? This thing has been running for all the days.
But also many people want passports every single day I pass them.
Yeah, they do really like passports, but some people do last minute things.
Well, we will learn slowly by slowly. We will learn to be
up to date. Yeah, Olanya died before getting treatment. That is what the Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Olanya, died before receiving the treatment he sought in Seattle City because doctors were still trying to stabilize him. That is the story here. Full story on page 5 of the New Vision.
Now, works on Lira Kambin Road to start next month. For those who have been on that road, you know that it's not the very best. But the reconstruction of the Lira Kambin Road is set to be launched on April 15th. And this comes after President Museveni in January announced that Uganda would fund the reconstruction of the 78-kilometer road following delays by the World Bank, which is funding the project. Now, this road connects Uganda to South Sudan in a way, but let's read the full story on page 10. And residents up in arms over delayed free power connections. Now, this is in Chotera, where a section of residents in various sub-counties in Kalungu district are up in arms over government's delay to extend electricity to their homes. And the project was kicked off in 2019 and is funded by the Abu Dhabi Fund for Development. Read the full story on page 10 of the Daily Monitor. Minister
wants schools against giving learners herbal concoctions. Full story on page 8. And President issues directives for flags to fly at half-mast for Olanya. And here there is a story, and when Speaker dies, what happens? And according to the Parliamentary Pensions Act, when a person dies holding the office of the Speaker or Deputy Speaker, they shall be accorded a state funeral. Read full story and see what is done when the Speaker dies in the Parliament.
Yes. Now, in foreign news, the conversation on the Russia-Ukraine war is still going on, and here, what have been Russia's military mistakes. And a senior NATO military official says that Russians clearly have not achieved their goals and probably will not at the end of the day. And currently, Ukraine claims to have killed 14,000 Russian troops, though the US estimates it's probably half that number. So we don't know who to trust. But read the full story on page 31. And sadly, there's a sad story here in China where a plane carrying 132 passengers crashes in China. And the China Eastern passenger jet carrying 132 people crashed onto the mountainside in southern China yesterday, causing a large fire shortly after losing contact with the air traffic control and dropping thousands of meters in just 3 minutes. And yeah, we continue to pray for the people in China, but also the people across the world. I mean, there is a war happening in Russia and Ukraine. People are crashing in China. the pandemic is still going on, but let's keep praying for ourselves even as we carry on in our day-to-day really.
Yeah. And here, home get attacks on the rise. A mobile money agent is the latest victim of an attack in a follow home robbery. Police say the thugs are targeting businessmen. Yeah, full story on page 10 and see how this happens. USA commends Uganda on peace efforts. Full story on page 11.
That is true. And of course, in our sports news today, in the Daily Monitor, last days for Express and SC Villa. And during the Uganda, Stabik Uganda Cup, the Wakiso Giants beat UPDF 3-0 yesterday. And today, Express Villa will be playing SC Villa. So read the full story on page 42 and look out for that. But also, the FIFA World Cup is around the corner with only 244 days left for us to start. But yeah, let's carry on reading that. And then there is a historic Nakai has done it again with a historic bronze medal in the World Indoor Championships. And Halima Nakai came on in the 800 meters final, came out third. And she's the first person to win a bronze or any other medal in World Indoor Championships. So congratulations to when she comes, I'll give you
Hey. On Sunday afternoon in France with the finish of 15 minutes and 3 seconds. Yeah, full story on page 15, and get yourself a copy and read more of the stories here. I'll just give you hints, but you can get a copy and read more of these stories. We're just going to go in for a short break, but you're going to come back with the talk of the town. Don't go anywhere.
Do you have a business that you are looking to grow? Advertising with Church of Uganda Family TV is the way to go. We are located on Church House, level 13, along Kampala Road. We offer favorable rates and an extremely creative production team that will work with you to take your business to the next level. To give us a ring, call us on 0781 084215 or 0750 655232. Church of Uganda Family TV, enriching lives.
Brethren, yes we can. We can clear the debt of Church House. And I want to invite you to give generously to the love gift. May God bless you as you give.
yourself an ice-cold bottle of Mirinda Orange at any shop or supermarket near you. Mirinda Orange, the taste that makes you go OMG.
Welcome to Coffee Production Tips, brought to you by Uganda Coffee Development Authority. Uganda Coffee Development Authority is the government agency mandated to promote and oversee the coffee industry as a whole by developing research, facilitating coffee production and productivity, by training farmers on good agricultural practices, controlling the quality and improving the marketing of coffee for the benefit of stakeholders, planting coffee seedlings, mulching, training coffee seedlings, and stamping coffee. Farmers are encouraged to adopt good agricultural practices to get high yields, good prices, and better income from coffee. These tips are brought to you by Uganda Coffee Development Authority.
He must be rich, tall, handsome, from a respectable family. He must have a maid because at our home we do not work.
Conductor Masao.
Owa, obadde olobye ku ssimu?
Yamunange, anti yo TV enkolera.
Nyumirwa omulembe omupya ogujjudde ebisanyusa omuli emikutu gya TV egisukka mu 8 n'egya radio nga kw'otadde ne zifirimu ng'osinziirira wonna w'oli. Genda mu App Store oteeke app ya TV channels ku ssimu yo olwo onyumirwe ennaku 3 ng'olabira bwereere ewatali kozesa data.
Yo TV channels, the power is in your hand.
Break, you're watching Morning Glory, and in case you've been under the rock, just know that this is Morning Glory that happens from Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. every single day from Monday to Friday. And thank you from wherever you're watching us from. Today we're talking about the talk of the town. We're talking about 4 out of 10 cameras work in Uganda. We know that why these cameras were installed here in Uganda. It's because there were a spate of killings here in Uganda. Some were being killed in broad daylight and in city outskirts, prompted president, that is the president, Museveni, to address Parliament in June 2018, where he proposed among a raft of new measures, the installation of CCTV cameras and additional eyes and ears of the state.
And one of the things that this story ran in the Daily Monitor last week, and it came as a surprise because one, Brenda, these cameras were just installed in 2018. 2018 is here.
Yes.
A few years ago, and I'm saying, what happened exactly? Why aren't they working? But anyway.
Well, first of all, I want to come on the side of. Is it the government? Is it the police? Is it in the first place who installed them?
Security, whatever, police or whoever, they're security.
I want to support them. How?
Support them for what? For giving us malfunction?
No, it's not that they were functioning by 2018, but they are.
So what are you supporting?
They are predators. Who are these predators? Who are predators? There are people who do not allow things. Okay, like let's say the women, when they want to come and put up stuff, of course they will just remove these cameras. Maybe if they want to come and maybe remove these wires, their wires, they will not think that there is maybe cameras on the road. They will just remove them anyhow. Yes, those are predators.
No, Brenda. First of all,
I'm telling you, Byrom.
First of all, umeme and the use of cameras are very different because one, they don't share the same poles. They do things differently.
No,
but also, what are you saying? So you're saying that that people are the ones that spoiled them?
Yes, it's people who have spoiled them in one way or the other.
I don't think so. I think that, and the Daily Monitor makes it clear for us here that in total, 1,776 out of the 5,153 cameras installed countrywide under the CCTV surveillance camera network project, like superintended by police, have malfunctioned, among other reasons, due to optic fiber cuts during road or utility works. So, yeah, maybe, and I try to, and I understand this.
Maybe that is responsible.
And I understand this. Yeah. And what I'm saying is, either way, even though they cut a wire or they did this, so whose responsibility is it? The responsibility is you go back and repair the cameras. Why are they there?
No, maybe by the time they go back, these cameras are malfunctioning, and even their predators, like these people who come and steal these cameras, who steal them, people who really vandalize them. Yeah, the police is facing all those things, and even the weather, the thunders, they come and put down these cameras.
It's true, because I know that some people also drug drivers have knocked down these cameras. I get
human mismanagement.
I get that, but you see, there is a budget for that. You're paying people to look at these cameras every day. You're paying people to maintain them. If we were not ready to maintain the cameras or repair them when they go down, or someone has knocked them down, there has to be a budget and a team there ready to put back the cameras over there. But for me, I don't even want to focus on the cameras and whatnot. What I'm saying is, have they, even the few that are working, for me, I think that's what I want to focus on, that even the few that are working, are they actually working? Is crime lesser? Because that was the whole point. The whole point was for us to cut down crime, and particularly people who are targeting, people and whatnot, criminals really. My question is, have those CCTV cameras
that are still working now,
that are working, have they worked? Are we getting value for money? Me, I'm saying yes.
Some of the, yes, you're saying yes,
I'm
but
saying yes.
It depends. In some regions it's working, in some regions it's not working. Like there is a story that ran. Did you see that story of a guy who was attacked at Queensway? Queensway, who was attacked and they broke his rib here. He was attacked in broad daylight. It was around 11, was it 5 p.m.? Yeah, 5 p.m. in the evening, and he was really beaten. The story of this guy, because he found other guy, like there is a guy who was beaten, and it's like, why are they beating this guy in broad daylight? And then he came back to what? To ask these guys who were beating him up. And on asking him, they started beating him, they started boxing him, they started kicking him, and they took his iPhone, they took his bag. So how do you know this story? It ran.
Was it because of the CCTV cameras?
But on Queensway, you want to say that on Queensway there are no CCTV cameras?
They are not there.
Are you sure, Byrom?
I live on Entebbe Road, they are not there. But also, what I'm saying is that they have done well, because one, the Katumba shooters, that's how we got them. We have seen over and over again these cameras being used to, there is and someone from the embassy, I don't remember who in Kololo, who was also beaten up recently. The Indian man during lockdown who was on a border. The CCTV cameras are the ones that got that footage. What I'm saying is that yes, they might not be working, but the few that are working, they are actually working. We are using it to curb crime, but also police doesn't always come out whenever they use the CCTV cameras to tell us. The other day, during the bombings in November, the police came out and said, you know what, by the way, you guys are just focusing on these ones that have gone off, but you have no idea every single day the number of maybe bombs or criminals or all these things that we have been able to curb down because of these CCTV cameras. Even for the bombings in November, that's how we were able to get that footage of the guy was walking near CPS, blew up, or Parliamentary Avenue. So the CCTV cameras are working. The ones that are working are working. And I think it just takes, I don't want to, like responsibility, yeah? If something is not working, like in your home, if a bulb is not working in your home, Go buy a new bulb. It takes that sort of initiative. Buy a new bulb, get on a chair, stand on it, change the bulb, put another one.
What if it is very far that you cannot reach them?
Yeah, put another one and then go when the bulb works. So it's the same with this thing. If the CCTV cameras are not working, what you do, go. If it's a wiring thing, it's very easy. Just repair the wires. If you need to buy more CCTV cameras, me, I have no problem with it. Buy them because one, they help us to curb down crime. So that's really it. I don't have anything else to tell.
Let me first read you this quote, sir. As I talk now, the National Water and Sewerage Corporation has written to Uganda Police to remove 80 camera sites in Kampala because they want to upgrade their pipelines. It is already work in progress, and our network is going to be affected. That is what I was telling you, that these people, that maybe the cameras that they instill, because some of them are being affected because of mismanagement, others are being affected because upgrades are being done. And remember, they're not going to be the same. If maybe there have been like 20 cameras on the road and they remove these cameras, don't tell me that they're going to be like 80. They're going to come up like 20 are functioning, and maybe other 70 are not functioning, or others like they're not functioning. So like I told you, it is mismanagement that is affecting these cameras in one way or the other.
But also that story, just to mention that story was refuted by the police. Police also came out and said, first of all, that story is false. The one that Daily Monitor ran, it's false and it's misleading.
The 4 out of 10 cameras.
Yeah, they said that's a false story, and they came on and said they made it clear that there is no massive malfunction of the devices as alleged in the poorly researched media report. So they claim, I'm reading their press release. Police. Since the launch of the National CCTV project by the President
in 2018,
a total of 5,709 CCTV cameras have been installed in 2,027 camera sites countrywide, and out of the 5,709 CCTV cameras installed countrywide, only 450 CCTV cameras were affected by the ongoing road and civil works in
400.
Yes, only 400 of the 5,000 were affected in the road works that are happening on Entebbe, Mukono, Chira, Kawempe, Kampala, Flyover, Mpigi, Gulu, and Kasese. These disruptions arose due to civil works contractors not following procedures, as well as their failure to conduct sufficient due diligence. So. Also, yes, that's what the police spokesperson on 16th March wrote and said, guys, that story is false. Yeah, so we don't know who to believe. Who do we believe now? Anyway, the point is that as long as the cameras that are here are working, which I think they are, and I think that it was a good project to start with, me, I'm okay. The ones that are malfunctioning, those ones can always be repaired because one, we have seen notorious border gangs being arrested, criminals being gotten on camera, committing a crime and following it up and getting arrested. I mean, the people who shot at General Katumba were arrested using these cameras. So
how about Fandekawis?
Yeah. Were they installed? Did he die? Did he die before 2018 or after 2018?
After 2018.
Okay. Sometimes we get them, others we don't. You'll have to ask Enanga for that.
For this footage. Anyway, me, I really want, and my parting shots are that if these people are gotten maybe on camera, or if the CCTV cameras help and give us footage, and these people that are gotten, why don't they serve their punishments? Because it is really very sad to people that, to the families of these guys, they caught you doing the stuff on CCTV camera, and then 1 month you've served and you're out, you've given bail. So those are my parting shots, that these CCTV cameras, if they're used, let them be used in a right way, and if they are malfunctioning, let them do something to help, because they were put to be an eye and the ear where we are not available to the state.
Me, it's really, I'm going to just quote what Fred Enanga said as my parting shot. CCTV remains an effective crime fighting tool whose expansion into every public space in the country is necessary. And we have, the police has deployed IT personnel with skills to monitor 24/7 the CCTV centers. In addition, our innovation center in Chikandwa is exploring ways of integrating the CCTV network with the DNA and fingerprints database, as well as other relevant government databases. This will help ensure opportunities to target violent and persistent criminals are fully explored, which for me I think is a good thing. If you combine both the CCTV cameras with the DNA and fingerprints database or whatever, so that in case, like you see in the movies, you see a guy, Byron's face, you compare it with a fingerprint or whatever, and it will be able to calm down the crime. Yeah, it will work. It will work. But for me, those are my things. As long as the camera is actually working and doing that job, they're good. But also, police says that it refutes that story and says Daily Monitor is lying, and they should take down that story. So we don't know.
Yeah, this story 4 out of 10 cameras.
Yes, that particular story. But we need to go in for a break. The conversation continues on our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Church of Uganda Family TV. Let us know what you think about these cameras and whatnot, and what we need to do better for us to curb down crime. We're going to go in for a break. When we come back in the next hour, we'll be discussing the World Water Day. Today we celebrate water worldwide and the importance of it. You need to find out more about this. We'll see you in the next hour.
Do you know that you can the app? Here is how to download it. Open Play Store on your phone. Search for the Family TV app. Click Install. After installing it, open it and enjoy enriching content anywhere, everywhere, anytime. Family TV, enriching lives.
With 200 million people aged between 15 and 24, Africa has the youngest population in the world. This can either be an opportunity or a ticking time bomb. At Young and Flourishing Hub, we seek to turn these numbers into an opportunity for Africa to become a global leader. Join us every Monday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. only on Church of Uganda Family TV, as we take you through the discussion of different topics that will enable you to become world-class leaders and mentors, grow your finances, and become world-class innovators. Young and Flourishing, transforming Africa.
Do you have a business that you are looking to grow? Advertising with Church of Uganda Family TV is the way to go. We are located on Church House, level 13, along Kampala Road. We offer favorable rates and an extremely creative production team that will work with you to take your business to the next level. To give us a ring, call us on 0781 084215 or 0750 6552 832. Church of Uganda Family TV, enriching lives.
Welcome to Coffee Production Tips, brought to you by Uganda Coffee Development Authority. Uganda Coffee Development Authority is the government agency mandated to promote and oversee the coffee industry as a whole by developing research, facilitating coffee production and productivity, by training farmers on good agricultural practices, controlling the quality and improving the marketing of coffee for the benefit of stakeholders, planting coffee seedlings, mulching, training coffee seedlings, and stamping coffee. Farmers are encouraged to adopt good agricultural practices to get high yields, good prices, and better income from coffee. These tips are brought to you by Uganda Coffee Development Authority.
Brethren, yes we can. We can clear the debt of church house. And I want to invite you to give generously to the love gift. May God bless you as you give.
The starting point of your surgery, when they say attention and you hold your legs, you have made yourself a soldier.
And I said, now I know you want me to get saved, so I am going to get saved, but give me time. Can you imagine telling God, if you ask him for something, can you imagine him telling you, give me time?
I praise God that I was condemned. Because if I wasn't condemned by man, then consequently I would have been condemned by God. But because of that human condemnation, that led me to my salvation.
He must be rich, tall, handsome, from a respectable family. He must have a maid because at our home we do not work.
Conductor Masao.
Owai, obadde olobye ku ssimu?
Yamunange, anti yo TV enkolera.
Nyumirwa omulembe omupya ogujjudde ebisanyusa omuli emikutu gya TV egisukka mu 8 n'egya radio nga kw'otadde ne zifirimu ng'osinziirira wonna w'oli. Genda mu App Store oteeke app ya UTV channels ku ssimu yo olwo onyumirwe ennaku 3 ng'olabira bwereere ewatali kozesa data.
Yo TV channels, the power is in your hand.
respectable family. He must have a maid because at our home we do not work.
Conductor Masao.
Why? Obadde olobye ku ssimu?
Yamunange anti yo TV enkolera.
Nyumirwa omulembe omupya ogujjudde ebisanyusa omuli emikutu gya TV egisukka mu 8 n'egya radio nga kw'otadde ne zifirimu ng'osinziirira wonna w'oli. Genda mu App Store oteeke app ya UTV channels ku simu yo olwo onyumirwa ennaku 3 ng'olabira bwereere ewatali kozesa data.
Yo TV channels, the power is in your hand.
They took whatever they took from you, wherever it is. Catch fire, catch fire.
We always ask ourselves a lot of questions. Sometimes we are faced with difficulties in our lives. Some of us may face sickness.
Jesus, let your presence overshadow me. And Lord, let every infirmity be taken away from my life.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's Talk is an uncensored program on Family TV that attempts to answer questions that are unanswered within our church settings. Questions like sex and money, drugs and alcoholism, prophecy,